Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, got a few things to go over today. We've got the fusion, we've got my souls to pull, and then we've also got this mysterious thing that has appeared in the Soulstone portal that I've had at least 500 messages about. Let's talk about it. I guess let's start there, just so that it's all done and dusted. What is this weird new jewel? Everyone wants to know. The Prism Jewel in the top left of the Altar of Souls. In all honesty, we don't know. We don't know, and that's probably why you've not heard anything about it. But I can only assume it's something very similar to this funky Prism Crystal that appeared in the Shard Pool, where you get like a certain group of champions where you will get you would get the champion in this example, but I guess they're going to do some sort of new thing that you can buy to get a specific perfect soul for a specific legendary or epic. I don't know, but that's what I think it's going to be. So that's just my take. Let's have a look at the fusion here and just see the calendar that dropped. So I did a video on her yesterday. I think she's a great champion. I'm not a shill. I wasn't paid to say that. I don't care if you do the fusion or not. All I wanted to do was to give you a good showcase of how good I think she is. And I think she's really good. I personally, even though my account is stacked, want this fusion. Okay, that's where I'm at. So let's have a look through. As ever, what we got here, 130 available fragments, 20 of which are going to be tournament wins. So you can't really count those in. So it only leaves 110. Does mean that you need to do one of the summoning, you need to do both of the summoning events to a certain amount. So you need to do either grab 5 points from a summon rush and the 15 from champion chase, or vice versa. Okay, so it makes it tight. Yeah, these are always tight. They're not, there's only been maybe 3 or 4 fusions since I played the game that were easier. All right, so they're always tough, and I do understand if people are a bit burnt out. So we go Fire Knight, which is already up. Does overlap with Dungeon Divers tomorrow, so it might be hold your energy and do that tomorrow. We've got the Champion Training Tournament now. We do get the Champion Training event later in the day. Don't forget, in the tournaments here, I think mine's already live, or should already be live. You do get points for things like Skill Tomes, Ascension, all that type of stuff. So if you're going to do that anyway, it's not a bad time to do it during the tournament, and then you save your food for the event. But don't forget, you can always get extra points for tournament stuff or any champion training if you're just clever in the tavern or in building your champs, and just make sure that you are putting in a few brews to anyone who's like 4-star and above. Just giving them a few brews honestly gets you a ton of points. Like, even if they're going to sit in your vault for a while, it's still not a bad idea. I mean, my account's different to most, but on my free-to-play, I did this to get through the last couple of fusions. Like, people that were going to sit in my vault for a while, they still got a few brews. Because the first few levels are worth the same as the last few levels, but they're much easier to achieve. Yeah, so just bear that in mind when you're doing this stuff. It does make a big difference. We've got Champion Chase. That's the first of the Shard events. But you can also summon anyone from your kind of roster that's sitting around. So, for example, if you've got, I don't think I've got any to go actually, but you know, if you had got yourself to a decent point on a champion like, I don't know, someone from the Doom Tower, and they're sitting here waiting to go, then it's a good time to summon it during Champion Chase. I will say this weekend we've actually got a 2 times on Ancients. So Ancients on a 2 times at the same time as a Champion Chase is probably about as good as you're going to get for getting points, as long as you get a little bit lucky. Right, because you've got a good chance of getting more epics, more legendaries than you would normally get. And Ancients is the one type of shard that everyone does have access to winning just from playing the game. So that ties in actually kind of nice. The Summon Rush is going to be the hard one, and you want to save really Void Shards and any Sacreds for that. We're going to Dungeon Divers. These are generally tough. As I say, you can dovetail into Fire Knight and Champion Training for that. There's also a bit of Spider that you can get in the same mix. If you can't beat Spider 16 or more, go back to Spider 10 because it's kind of bugged and you get better items than you should, and it's very easy to do. Arena is just being active in the game. We get Dungeon Divers 2 straight after 1. this is where energy gets pretty tough. And, you know, I was doing this on my free-to-play last 2 fusions in a row. And I did Dungeon Divers basically by using gems to create more energy, or, you know, finding anywhere that I could get energy, honestly. Was it in the clan shop? There isn't right now, which means we don't have it for this week. Hopefully we get it next week. Can you get it from the bazaar? Have you saved some energy from, you know, these type of events on a monthly basis? Like anywhere that you can find it, that's where you do it, or you use some gems to get yourself over the line. But Dungeon Divers is tough. I found that doing stage 20 dungeons was better for me than doing campaign. But honestly, you're going to be doing campaign, Fire Knight, Spider. Like there's a whole bunch that you're going to do anyway. So just try and make sure that you're using your energy to its fullest over these times if you can. With the artifact event there, generally that's fine as long as you're doing the different events that lead up to it. Champion training, this is where we spend a bit of time in campaign and the tavern again. Ice Golem, pretty comfortable. Again, make sure you put it into the same time as you're doing your Dungeon Divers, along with the champion training. We get a third artifact, which is fine. Arena's generally fine as long as you're active. So it comes down to really Dungeon Divers, can you get the energy requirement to do it? And are you farming a high enough level that it makes some sense? Even then, you still need to do gems, really, to get those all done. And can you do the 2 summon events? But normally the fragment ones are not crazy hard. They're tough, but they're not hard. I mean, if we look at, gives us a good feel. Normally these are around 2250. Yeah, exactly the same. So it's not too bad. Oh, it's not easy, but it's not too bad either. 6,350 for champion training in 4 days. Actually not bad. That's not bad at all. That's pretty comfortable to do, honestly. Don't forget, you've got 4 days. A lot of people are like, they look at the number like, oh, it's impossible. You've got 4 days. Yeah, you don't need to do it all today. So just kind of like take a chill, understand your time, understand your energy you've got in a day. Make sure you're, you know, getting all your refills in, all that good stuff. And you will get through it as long as you've got that shard count and some gems sitting around to help you. So I guess what we're going to do last then is just to go through my summons of souls. We've got the 2 times awakening boost on right now. So kind of like, why not really? But you definitely don't need to do this, by the way. Like this is just because it makes sense for me to do it on this account. And I had some still from the last time there was half decent packs out there. So we're going to go, I'd love to find for the first time ever, a mythical soul for Gizmak. That would actually be like my top tier pull, I think. Getting like I don't really want to do a showcase until I've got at least a 3-star soul, but I can't put him on a wish list or anything. So that's just pot luck, whether he comes up. But I do find I get a reasonable amount of mythical ones generally. So who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Whisper is on my wish list, but only really for a high level. A 2-star Acrisia is actually okay for my second Acrisia. I was hoping for something a bit higher, but I use her in tons of stuff. So I tend to find either arena champions or just champions you use a ton of the time. I put in my wish list because the wish list now kind of works. It's actually improved a lot. I am really looking for like 3-star souls are good. 4-star is where it really tips into like new level of power because you get all that extra crit damage as well, especially with damage dealers. Narcissus I've already got maxed out. Euros I think I've got a soul for already. But 1-star's not a big deal. I mean, 1-star's still not bad for an HP champion like Euros. An extra like, what, 7.5k health? Actually quite a lot with the way they changed it now. Marinix 3-star, not too bad. Rector, this could be good for Miracle Heal, I guess. 2-star, I've already got better than that on my Cupidus. Dithey, fun champion Dithey. Like, really enjoyed using Dithey on the free-to-play this time around. Not much there. Come on. Okay. I don't think, like, I think the summoning boost is specifically around 6-star souls. So I'm not getting too much in the way of big boy souls right now. It's still only like maybe a 1% chance on a legendary. 1.5 maybe. Wish list on Cold Heart. I'm really just looking for a 6-star on her. I've got 5-star already. But she's the only rare that I use like a lot. Not much there. Another legendary. What we got? Bambus. Didn't actually pick the Bambus fusion up. Yeah, I hear it when people say I'm fatigued on fusions. I do get it. I've skipped a few where I'm just kind of like, I just need a breather from, you know, needing to be on the game all the time. I do get it. 4-star Masamoto could be interesting. Not much there, though. Come on. Come on. Give me something juicy. 6-star Delore. It's not really what I was after. Mythical. Ah, it's Galathea. Don't have him. Goes in the pot. For the next time, I'd spend a ton on Primal Shards. I've only done it once. I've only spent money on Primal Shards once, and that was the last pulls I did. And actually, I did get a couple of mythicals, so I was pretty lucky. If anyone hasn't worked it out yet, the second video I did on Primals was an April Fool's joke. I didn't really get another 4. Although a lot of people thought I did. I was like, how are people still falling for this? What we got? And drop. No, don't need that one. Damn, we've got to be running pretty low on the small ones now. And a bunch of Cold Heart, but not the levels that I need. Chromac, 1-star, whatever. Might build him out, though, just to try him out. Another mythical. Arbaeus, had her before. Not that I got her. Tremeria, no. Load of rubbish. I'm surprised I'm still pulling, honestly. I thought that was going to be about it. Golmlock I've already got a high level for. And this is the thing, right? Soulstones really are such potluck. I know shards are as well, but it's just, it feels so unlikely. Godseeker 6-star is nice, actually. I've got 5-star already on one of my Godseekers, but grabbing a 6-star is actually super good. So I guess let's grab all of this. I do turn the coins into dust because I do want to get upgrades to some of my like big legendaries that I'm using a lot. So we're going to, I'm just going to sell some of the rares off here. It's worth considering rares you're actually going to use, like keep the souls for, especially with Cintranos. I would say, again, like 4-star and above, just like consider the rare before you click away like I'm doing here. Pretty much, you know, some of these, I don't think Candlestick Head's getting a go, but some of these are still going to be worth it for either Cintranos content or for something like the Doom Tower side rooms. So we're not going to buy any more Soul Stones here. We're just going to use the last one of these. And we've got 15 more here. Come on. Give me something decent. Give me something decent. Come on. Lawn Cutter. No thanks. 4-star Reaper. 6-star Woad Painted. Give me some gold. Come on. Come on. 5-star Bestophus. I mean, he's got to be buffed at some point, right? I know he's been buffed once, but he's got to be buffed again. That's an interesting one. Like, if he gets a half decent setup, then he hits hard, but he's just a bit of a weird one to set up. 4-star Cold Heart. Don't need it. 3 more. It's an epic. Who's that? Wuchi. Could be an interesting one for a funky Hydra team, but don't know. Another rare. Another Delore. Come on. One more. Another rare. Whatever. Metal Shaper. Well, there you go. Anyway, good luck if you're doing the fusion. And yeah, I guess I'll keep you up to date on the stuff that I'm doing for mine. I'll see you in the next one.